Brothers, I didn't even know there was an interview with the brothers, but with the brother that got accused of with the lady that got hit with the brick. But I want to hear what has to be said. So there's an update. Let's get to it.
Have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
You've probably seen the viral brick lady claiming a man hit her in the face with a brick. Now, that man is telling his side of the story. You're watching Fox 26 Crime Files. I'm Abigail Dye. That video went crazy online, and this woman who made more than $40,000 off a GoFundMe is charged, accused of making the whole thing up. Her real name is Rhoda Osmond. She claimed a man hit her with a brick because she wouldn't give him her number. She posted the video months ago and it went viral.
I never did anything in my life for anybody.
Brothers, I know y'all annoyed with that voice, man. I know y'all are, but let's continue.
Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no.
She ended up stacking up more than $42,000 on a GoFundMe with the story. Now it's called a total scam. Court records say Osman called police reporting the incident, saying Olin Douglas was the man who hit her. But she changed her story multiple times, and police say they got security video of the incident that showed Osman hitting Douglas, then Douglas hitting her back, saying the video didn't match Osman's claims. The document goes on to say this isn't Osman's first scam, saying in 2020 she made a GoFundMe claiming a man hit her in Minneapolis, but police there say there's no record of her being assaulted. Osman is now charged with theft by deception.
Brothers, what if there was no surveillance video? What if there was no surveillance video? We would just have another innocent so-called black man behind bars because of a lie. Oh man, let's continue.
At this time, I am joined now by the man accused of throwing the brick, Olin Douglas. Thanks for being here. I know
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I know it's been a couple crazy months for you. So, first, just tell us, how did you meet Osman?
Well, originally I was at a club called Liquid Lounge. At the time, I was in my section, and the first time I met her is I seen her. She was standing up, and she had a ski mask on that showed her eyes.
In the club, was wearing a ski mask, a full
Yeah.
face covering ski mask.
Yeah, it was like a designer ski mask, so it kind of matched the outfit.
Okay, interesting.
And you can only see her eyes, but it was kind of cool. So she was with her friend actually. So when I went and approached her, I said, "Would you like to sit down?" When she kind of came to my section, she was like, "I'm not going to sit down because unless all these girls leave." So then I told her, "Well, I guess you're going to be standing up," and that was the first. I guess that was the first interaction. And from there, I seen her when we were leaving. So I've never heard her. I've never met her before. After that, I never even got her name in that situation.
And so that was the same night that this alleged brick assault happened. Now let's
Yes.
fast forward to that. Tell me your side of the story. What happened?
So what actually happened is that when we went outside, we went outside together. So I seen her outside, and then we were with a group of people. So we were saying that we're gonna go to an after hour spot, and do y'all wanna ride with us to the after hour spot? So at this time, as we were walking, she actually started trying to get in fights with the other female that we were with, right? So
Okay.
because the girl looked at her. So
What is that about? She tried to get into a fight with another female because she looked at her, and you think that these women are not out of control? Whether she's from Africa, brothers, once these women become Americanized, most of them they're pretty much poison, especially if they don't have a man under them. They are poison. Look at what's going on with Jeezy and his soon to be ex-wife. But let's continue.
So at that moment, I thought that was kind of weird.
Okay, so she was being a little aggressive in
She's being
nature.
very
Okay.
aggressive, very just loud and kind of combative to
And
other
still,
people.
this is a stranger to you.
Yeah,
this is
a
someone you
stranger
had
to
just
me.
met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is someone we just met. So we're in a little group. So she kind of chased that girl off the group, and then as we're going into the car to go to get ready to go to after hour, we went inside, and then as we're in the car, she kept just being really loud, and not only that, unfortunately, my friend wasn't really feeling her friend. So, I just asked her to leave. Hey, if you don't mind, can you just leave? So from asking her to leave, she got really angry and aggressive. She started kicking me. We're at the point where I'm getting out the car to let her out. But as soon as I let her outside the car, she instantly starts hitting me. So she hit me one time, and then she was going to hit me again. And then I try to block it. And from blocking it, that's when, as you could see on the video footage, I had a water bottle in my hand. So I hit her right here on the face. I kind of what's it called?
Reacted.
Yeah,
just
I just
like
kind of reacted
instinctually.
really quickly. And from there, she didn't want to, she kept trying to follow me and fight me. So that's when I had to actually go into another vehicle that my friends were at on the side of us to kind of leave the situation.
Yeah. And like you said, the security video, according to the court records, does indicate that you hit her.
Yeah.
And I know that many people will think, was there another way to diffuse that situation? Like, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I really try to defend her from hitting me again because she was continuously hitting me. So unfortunately, I just reacted really quickly, and I hit her, and then it stopped her though. I mean, it stopped her from consistently hitting me.
Now, brothers, you see how she pointed out that the video showed that he hit her? And she's kind of, I know, brother, she's kind of trying to make him look like he's the bad guy. And you may not look like that, but that's how I'm taking it. That's what she's focused on. She's focused on the fact that he hit her, and then gonna ask, could he have taken another course of action? Could he? Yes. But what else are you supposed to do? Because, brothers, even any if you put your hands on a woman in any type of way, they're gonna look at it as physical violence, even when you're trying to protect yourself. Because he could have ran, but maybe he chose not to. Maybe that was his ride. But again, brother, I'm listening to this and it seemed like she's trying to make him like he's still the bad guy. But let's continue.
And then I walked away, which I would try to walk away, and she kept following me. So that's why I had to go to another vehicle.
And so it was self-defense in your
Correct.
eyes. Yeah. And I will be clear that the report says that the video does not reflect what Osman told police. So as we were talking earlier, she does have a huge swollen face in this video. Do you have any idea where that came from or any theories?
Yeah, so the theory that I have is that, because you have to understand, I did not realize any of this happened until it went viral. I didn't even recognize her as it went viral because I've never actually seen her whole face.
Interesting.
So when
Wow.
it got viral and my name started getting brought up, that's when, I recollected, like, okay, this is what happened. So I feel like she went to the club like that. She went outside like that because the thing is,
And that's why she was wearing the ski mask in your head.
the club was beyond capacity. She was standing up, and I know she had to be hot, yet she had it on the entire time. Went outside, had it on the entire time, and then after that event, had it on the entire time. And it wasn't until this event went viral that she took her mask off.
And I know
So, brothers, what if she set that whole thing up? What if she set that whole thing up? Because I'm still trying. I don't really believe that a water bottle will have your face swollen like that. I just don't see it. That's it's a little disturbing, but again, brother, I don't see how a water bottle being hit in the face with a water bottle would swell your face up like that. That's too much, but let's continue.
I know your name was mentioned in the police reports and the court records and everything, but it seems like it was brought up before then. Was she saying your name on social media and things like that?
She described me to the security guard. The security guard recognized my face, and she's already known my name since the first day. So what was odd about that is that if you already knew my name and my information, when you spoke to the cops and documented that, the 2 or 3 stories that she had, which I believe one of the stories is that.
Oh, I believe that too, real, but I believe she probably did inject something in her face, but I'm just going by what he's saying. But again, she had the mask on the whole time. Brother, she had the mask on the whole time and she didn't take it off until she was ready to record. Very interesting. Let's continue.
Is that I was an Uber driver, try to kidnap her.
Yeah, I
assaulted
remember
her.
seeing some of that in the court records. She had changed her story multiple times to police, and the court records reflect that.
Right. So I'm thinking that if you already knew my name, that's pretty weird that you're making up that type of story. So that is kind of how. She knew my name from the security guard that was working.
Yeah, and so how has this affected you? What kind of repercussions have you been dealing with?
It's been, I never like to consider myself a victim, but it seems like my character has been slandered.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I was basically scared for my freedom and my life, because assault, kidnapping, just everything she said wasn't something to play with. This was, I was going to, that is something that you go to jail, prison for a very long time. And just, I'm gonna be honest, a black guy saying you hit someone with a brick, 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to jail immediately. Go to jail first, and then the questions a little bit later, they'll figure it out. So for the first 2 months, I was scared. I was nervous. And I think the biggest part was knowing that it wasn't true and not being able to speak out, not being able to tell my story.
That had to be really hard because it was all on social media, and it was just like this big social media circus.
Correct.
There wasn't really a platform for that. And I mean, how does that make you feel, knowing that a stranger, according to you, completely targeted you to make you the crux of the story?
Brothers, his whole life could have been destroyed because of that woman. If it wasn't for the video and the fact that she changed her story 3 or 4 times in the police report, this man's life would have been destroyed. And I said this before, there are a lot of men, particularly black men, that are behind bars over false accusations from women. Let's continue.
Well, not only I was scared for myself at the time, but after this event happened, talking to other, men, this happens a lot. This isn't, it's not abnormal, and that's sad. And what's even sadder is the people that make these false allegations, they're never proven accountable for it.
Never proven accountable. There are a lot of women, brothers. I'm gonna be honest with you. And people gonna probably be upset with what I'm about to say. A lot of these women should be eliminated. Teach them a lesson. Eliminated. You are destroying a man's life. He has a whole career, a business. He has children. So his reputation is done. And this is just a brick. Allegedly, they're saying that he hit that girl with a brick, which didn't even happen. It could have been, what if she would have said that he raped her? Sexual assault. His whole life would have been done. Because that would have been, even if it would have been done. That's all it takes, brother, is for a woman to say something to destroy your life. And I keep telling you, a lot of our women don't care about your life. That's why when these women say that I love my black man, for me, it goes in one ear and out the other. Because I don't believe it. Again, brother, these women don't care about your life. They are selfish.
Once you find out, it usually gets swept under the rug.
Right, and so in this case, she's charged with the theft for the GoFundMe, but not for lying or slandering you. So how do you feel about?
She hit me first,
Right.
So,
and so how do you feel about that? Do you feel like there should be some kind of legal process to bring justice for the slander?
That's something I'm working on right now. I'm actually
Good. I'm glad he's working on it. And I hope she pays. And I ain't talking about money. I mean, I do. Well, you know what? Actually, I do hope he get paid because that's probably one of the worst ways to get somebody is take their money, hurt them in their pockets. So I hope he does prosecute that skeezer.
starting just I'm trying to facilitate how to get that done at the moment. Because at first, to be honest, I wasn't. But what really inspired me is the men that have, messaged me, DM me, called me, and said that, you need to make her accountable because this happens too much and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And, that really inspired me to actually seek whatever I can seek or do whatever I can do to really make her fully accountable for this.
Brothers, a lot of men, especially the so-called black men, we tolerate a lot of things from women more than any other race of men. And it's sad, especially the so-called black man from America. We tolerate more from women, especially our black women, than any other race of men. And we got to stop that. We definitely got to stop that. Believe me, I'm one of them ones. I tolerate a lot of stuff. I usually just walk away or I exit the scene because I just don't feel like going back and forth with no woman. It's a waste of time. But if this dude does prosecute this woman, I ain't mad at him. Not one bit.
Interesting. Well, we're coming up on time here. Is there anything else that you want to add to the situation?
You know, I would just say the people that's watching this is before you believe something, before but before you invest your time and energy in someone or something, just do your research. Like, investigate. Like, don't always take whatever's on the internet because you're changing someone's life. Someone's life can change. Someone's life can be altered. Someone's going to lose something at the end of the day based on a false reality and a false narrative. So I just want to make sure that, just moving forward, just do your research. Look at everything, instead of being kind of emotional, and just kind of be rational.
And he's absolutely right. And that's the problem. They look at everything. They see one thing and they're and this is honestly mostly women. They see one thing and they're ready to react. Again, brother, I said I was going to do my investigation on this because I did not want to go into a back and forth with anyone about this because from what I saw, when women was ready to put black men to sleep permanently. But brothers, we got to keep our head on a swivel. They always telling men to walk away. They always telling you brothers to walk away with stuff like this. If the woman hits you, just walk away. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of these women need to be put in their place. I'm not saying that everything has to result in physical violence, but there are a lot of women that need to be put in their place. Let's see what else he has to say before we finish this up.
Or logical about the situation.
Yeah, don't jump to conclusions.
Right, that is exactly it.
Well, very well said. Thank you so much, Olan, for being on the show and talking and telling your side of the story. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Up next.
Well, that's pretty much it, brothers. I just wanted us to do that interview. I wanted to play that interview, and I just wanted to hear his side of the story. So, brothers, I'm not even sure what type of advice to even give you. I really I don't know. But these females, they don't care about you, brothers, especially you black men. You might want to have a screw face where they say, "Oh, I love all my black men." Just look at them. Look at them crazy because they don't really love you like that. But that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done here. Thank you and continue to subscribe. Peace.